Hello, guys. We did our Euro bracket predictor, but this is going to be our first episode really diving into the Euros. And this, since the Euros have not started yet, we're going to cover one topic, a topic that a lot of English fans have been going around talking about, and that will be the England potential 11, the opening day 11, what happens with all the injuries, all that. And, this is what first we're going to say what we would personally do. Then we're gonna put what we think Southgate will do on that opening day match, which includes the injuries of Maguire and all that, and Henderson probably not being fit. He might not be fit the entire tournament, if we have to be honest. But don't tell that to English fans. They'll just make up some rubbish. No, he's okay. He did this. He did that. All right, let's start off with Southgate's 11.
This is what he predicted that Southgate will probably do.
Yeah, this is what Southgate will probably do.
Not
in my
our
opinion.
I haven't seen this before right now.
Well, no. Oh, not my opinion. What Southgate will do, I think that he will go with. Oh no, I think he's gonna go, especially in the opening game. Maguire. I'm gonna guess Maguire is not healthy. I think he's gonna go with a back five or back three. A back three in possession, a back five without possession. So I think he's gonna go with the where is it? Not the 3-5-2.
3-4-3.
3-4-3. It's really gonna be a 3-2. Really, yeah, 3-4-3. Yeah, these guys are really gonna be wing backs. Let's be honest.
Yeah, we'll try to be quicker so the video is not too long and get
Yes. Pickford will be in goal. Yeah,
Agreed.
and then with the injuries, I think it'll be Minks, Walker, and
Stones.
And Stones, yes.
Exactly how I would have done it.
Stones, Mings, Walker, and honestly, by the way, these numbers are not real. They're
ignore
just,
the numbers.
Ignore the numbers. Reason why I'll be going with Stones, Mings, Walker is because Stones and Walker, they were his main center backs in the last tournament, and I think when he goes to a back three, he trusts Walker. And Mings will be the replacement for Maguire because I think that's the guy who's next in the order. But I do think he has questions about Mings. That's why when Trent Alexander went out, he brought in another center back, Davis, instead of bringing in potentially James Ward-Prowse or Jesse
brought in
Lingard.
Ben White.
Yeah, he brought in Ben White instead of bringing James Ward-Prowse or Lingard because I think that he's been questioning Mings, who hasn't had the best games in these couple of friendlies. And honestly, what he could do also is instead of bringing in Walker, put Stones on Walker's side and I'll actually bring in Luke Shaw in the back three. I think that would be a potentially, he's left-footed too, so it'll be easier to build out of the back with him because Mings and Walker are both right-footed. So yeah.
Me too. I agree.
I could see Luke Shaw being really in that back three because I do not have him in any of the wing back positions. I know people are going to call me biased because I'm a Chelsea fan, but Chilwell has been phenomenal for Chelsea. I don't know where's this agenda that Chilwell has basically dropped off. I don't know if I'm misspelling that. Am I?
No, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, okay. I'm not. Oh, sorry about that.
And James on the other side.
Chilwell? No, I think he's going to go with give me a second.
Trippier?
Yeah, I think he's gonna go with Trippier, which I mean, I wouldn't be as an English fan, because I'm not, I wouldn't be mad if he goes Trippier. He did win La Liga. I think he was one of the best right backs. He gives you a lot going forward. You have the protection. You have the protection with Walker there to defend that area when Trippier goes up the field. That's the beautiful part with Trippier. Like Chilwell, he'll be more than comfortable covering his own defensively. Trippier, he's a solid defender, but he's not something special. So he'll have that protection from Walker, and he'll be able to go in, fling in, put balls in the box. And yeah, I think he has experience. I think he's good for set pieces. And yeah, I think Trippier will be the fullback on that side. I think I'm gonna go Declan Rice. Really going to be in that holding midfield role, protecting the back three. And I think Mount is going to be played just a little bit deeper, not in one of the front three positions, but in that midfield. Mount has basically been an untouchable in this team now ever since the end of since his form with Chelsea. He's shown he's not Lampard's son, like people call him. He's quality. Thomas Tuchel, he got benched by Tuchel. He responded straight up. He got straight back into the team and he never looked back. Been the best player in Chelsea this season. And yeah, I mean, if he wins the Euros and he has a good tournament, he's one of the top players. Maybe he can challenge for the Ballon d'Or. Who knows? He'll have to be the top player at this tournament. But who knows? He did win the Champions League and he was the best player on Chelsea. So yeah, I think Mount will be played in this role. And yeah, and they're gonna go with Southgate. I think is gonna go Sterling. Sterling has not let him down in the England t-shirt. I know he's not in form, but he's a guy like at his day, just that quality, that pace, that threat in going in behind the box threat. You don't. I mean, you could. Okay, well, I'll talk about that with my lineup. I don't want to spoil too much away. You're gonna have Kane up top, obviously. Yeah, this is one of the straightforward ones. And then on the other side, England,
Rashford,
England,
Foden.
No, Rashford, you already have the box threat, the ability to go behind Sterling. And I think England, they haven't had someone as technically as gifted as Foden in a long time. They've always had those powerful, athletic players, Lampard, Gerrard, even Rashford as a front three, Sterling. Now they have someone who's technically gifted that can do a lot with the ball at his feet. So yeah, this is what I believe Southgate will line up on the opening day. Foden, Kane up top, Sterling, Mount, Rice in the midfield, holding it down. Mount playing in a slightly deeper role. They're actually best mates too. So that's a kind of poetic justice. Chilwell and Trippier as my fullbacks in the back three. Stones, Mings, Walker with Pickford in goal. Keep in mind, this is a Maguire's hurt. If he's available, this back
over Mings
easily Maguire.
Yeah,
Maguire. In fact, in my opinion, the
change it to
formation will change. Well, formation would change. But this is what I'll do if Maguire's healthy. Saying everyone's healthy except Henderson. Because let's be honest, Henderson is not healthy. We've seen him in the last friendly. He's just not healthy. This is what I would personally do. So quickly look at what this lineup is. Kane, Sterling, Foden, Mount, Rice, Chilwell, Trippier, Stones, Maguire, Walker, and Pickford in the back. Mings over Maguire. Maguire's hurt.
So yeah, that's what we predict Southgate will do. And now he's about to show you what he would do.
This is what I would do. Okay, so let's refresh.
Yeah, what you're about to show.
Yeah. So yeah, this is what I'm about to show. What I'm about to do right now. So I'm gonna go with the 4-3-3. England is so talented. Like as much as I can say what I can say about England, they are talented, and you gotta let these boys play. You gotta let these boys play. It's in Wembley. You have the protection of Wembley. Let them play. Let them play. So I think it's gonna be a front three. I think it's gonna be a solid midfield three. This is a very attacking lineup, but I said they're home this tournament. They got me. I'm gonna go Pickford in goal. Can play out of the back with the best of goalkeepers. Solid, never let Southgate down. And maybe Pope could have challenged him, even though Pope has questions with his feet. And I think nobody else really can challenge Pickford anymore. I think it's straightforward that he's in goal. Okay, my back line. Obviously, if Maguire's not healthy, it'll be Mings, but I'm going to say Maguire's healthy. I'm going to go with Maguire and Stones as my back line, as my center backs. And then I'm going to go, call me biased, I'm going to go with Chilwell. And I'm going to also go with Reece James. James gives you a lot going forward. He's a solid defender. Thing is also, he could also play in the back three too. He could be one of the right side of the center. He's powerful. He can be one of those guys, and he could cover in behind in the back three. But right now, playing a back.
I don't think he would get played though in the back three. He definitely would pick Walker or Shaw in the back three over James.
Yeah, he will. But I'm just saying, I've seen James do it for Chelsea, and he did it phenomenally. So I think that he could play that. And I think honestly, maybe I'm being a little biased by playing James, but it'll probably be, if they play back four, it'll probably be Walker in this position because he has the pace in behind to protect Maguire and Stone's lack of pace. And James probably will be more up the field, which could challenge them. So yeah, this will probably be Walker, but I think Reece James should be the one starting. And I'm going to go, obviously, Declan Rice protecting that back line. I think he's one of the few untouchables in this team. Everyone has him in the lineup. And I think a lot of guys has, this next guy, a lot of guys has a chance to be in his position. It could be Phillips, I was about to say Bellingham. It could be Phillips to also provide a little bit more protection, and he could play that pass in behind. It could be Bellingham, what he did in that quarterfinals against Man City. He was a player. He's a quality. He's one for the future. He's one for the now. 17 years old is unbelievable. And I still think he will have a role in this tournament. Even if he's not starting, he will definitely have a role. But I'm going to go with Grealish. I mean, what a player. What a player Grealish is. I mean, what a player, can get past players. He's the kind of guy that you want in your team. I know this is just too attacking having him in that role, but I think that him, a midfield three of Grealish, Rice, and Mount will be a great midfield three, because I think that it's a lot of quality there, a lot of ball retention, and yeah, I can't see these guys losing the ball very often. I just can't. They will be able to control midfields. I don't know how you can see. I don't know how it work with Grealish and Mount in the same team, but you know what? I want, as a spectator, I want to see that. So yeah, I'm gonna have Mount and Grealish, and then in my front three, I'm gonna have Sterling. The reason why I have Sterling, because I was honestly wanted to go with a midfielder instead of Grealish, and put Grealish up in the front three. But I'm gonna have Foden over here, and if you have Grealish and Foden with obviously Kane up top, if you have Grealish and Foden, you don't have anybody with threats to beat you with pace in behind. So I think Sterling, because or you could have gone Rashford and put Foden on this side. It doesn't really matter. But the thing is, but the reason why, because I was honestly at first gonna go with Grealish here and bring in Phillips, where Sterling is, and bring more protection to the back line and have this front three. But this front three, there's no really threat in behind. They're very technically gifted really front four, but there's no pace in behind. That's why I think Sterling will start, and I think Grealish will drop down into the midfield. And this is what I'll go. Yes, Chilwell and James is controversial. I am a Chelsea fan, but I think that they give you a lot going forward, and I think defensively they're also solid. And this is the thing I'll go to 4-3-3. So overall recap: Pickford in goal, Maguire's Stones, center half pairing with James and Chilwell as my wingbacks, Rice protecting them, Grealish, Mount in the midfield alongside Rice, and then up top Sterling, Kane, and Foden.
Okay.
How do you like it? Do you have any quibbles with my lineup? Or we'll just talk about it. We'll see.
Actually, no, let me look at it real quick. I mean, the back four is not the same back four that I picked, although I wouldn't really argue with it too much. It's very solid. Although, I put Maguire / Mings in mine. I mean, I don't think
Maguire / Mings. Yeah, that's the same with me. Yeah.
The midfield, I mean, like England have some like especially you can't take this team to the round of 16. It's too offensive. I think they'll struggle when they get attacked.
I mean, they'll be at home too. They'll be at home too. They'll be getting attacked, but they'll be attacking too. He will challenge a lot of back lines. They will make especially teams like Germany or Portugal that really hold it down. They will push them back. And they will be able to really create havoc.
Okay. So now for my lineup, I'm gonna need a 4-3-3 with the center attacking mid, and then put the two center midfielders like right on the line of like the mid halfway line.
So protecting the back line.
Well, they're like center midfielders basically, and then a cam.
So no, you don't have a holding mid. Oh, really? Rice, you'll probably have. So 4-3, like this.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's in goal?
So if it was last year, I would have went Henderson for sure because he had a great season at Sheffield. But this season has been atrocious for him being on the bench and playing a few times this year and not being good enough. So I have Pickford in for sure.
Yeah, I honestly think that Johnston would be my number 2. And if what's it called? If Pope was healthy, I don't think Henderson makes the squad.
I think they probably would have taken Henderson over Johnston, although I wouldn't start Henderson over Johnston personally.
Yeah. Okay.
Center backs, I think Stones is pretty easy. I put him on the left center back.
Yeah, I didn't really. When I put Stones and Maguire, I might have flipped them. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
And then on the right, I put Mings / Maguire because Maguire won't be available for all of the tournament.
Yeah.
Now, Stones and Mings as a center back pairing, I think can definitely, be vulnerable. So you'll see whenever I went to the midfield, I didn't put 2 center attacking midfielders. I was a little more concerned from that.
Yeah, that would be the smart thing to do.
Fullbacks is where I was completely different than you. I didn't put James or Chilwell. I did Shaw and Walker. Walker because of the pace and he's trusted. He's very good. And I just rate Walker well. Like I always have. I think with Shaw and Chilwell, I
Yeah,
would be
I agree
happy
with you
either
with
way.
Walker. Walker, he'll probably start, but Chilwell has never let Southgate down. So
I think
Chilwell
Chilwell
has,
will start over Shaw for sure.
and
But
Chilwell
just
gives you
personally,
more. Chilwell gives you more going forward. I think that if the only way,
I think
like
they both give you about the same
they give
in
you about the same,
all
but Chilwell,
aspects.
he's more of a threat in behind. He makes those clever runs in behind too.
I
That
think
really
Shaw
stretch.
does as well.
I think stretch the back line. Yes, but it's not really him. That's him going up with the ball, creating. Chilwell, he's really good even when he doesn't have the ball, going in from behind, creating havoc, especially when you're playing especially when you have Sterling up top there with his pace. A lot of people will be focused on him, and Chilwell will be able to slip in behind. He gives you a threat. I think he's solid defensively. I honestly think defensively, Shaw maybe in a back three, Shaw is better because of his power. But if defending one-on-one against the top wingers, like I don't know if Perisic will be on his side or whatever. Those top no, Perisic will probably be on this side. But going up against top wingers like Mbappe, um, all that. I think Ben Chilwell will honestly be the better defender because I've seen him do it before, playing against Vinicius, playing against Tecatito Corona, some top wingers in the Champions League. Shaw, I mean, Shaw, he did struggle
I
in
mean, yeah,
Europe.
like
He did
for me,
struggle in
I
Europe
just have it
against the
really
top wingers. He did
either way,
struggle.
I'd be happy. Like for me, I rate them very similarly.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly why I have Shaw a
And
little bit
South,
ahead for this, but yeah, Southgate will
okay.
definitely start Chilwell over Shaw. But
And
I would be happy
honestly,
either way. Like
people
even if
should
you
not
put Shaw
be,
slash Chilwell, I'd be perfectly happy with that.
yeah.
Like
And Man
that's
United
the one
fans,
position for me.
Man United fans,
Yeah.
when they see Chilwell start, they're gonna go nuts. But let's be objective here, guys. Recognize both games. They're both very equal, but I just think Chilwell as Shaw would be better if he was one of the center halves in the back three, one of the outside center halves. But as a pure fullback
Okay.
going up against wingers, yeah,
Now to
I
keep it
think
moving,
Chilwell.
center midfield on the left, I have Declan Rice, and on the right, I have Jude Bellingham.
You're gonna start the 17-year-old right away up against Luka
Yep.
Modric. I like it.
Yep.
I like it. Yeah, I like it. I
Strong.
do. I do.
I mean, he played in the Champions League very well all the way to the what semifinal. I think they made it to,
Yeah.
and
Can you
in
see
the
my
games
you
least.
couldn't see my screen, right? Is it back? My screen is
Nah,
back.
I'm seeing everything fine. Nothing
Okay.
changed for me. I'm seeing the same. Yeah, so I
Okay.
think this is much better. It's a little bit less attacking, but Bellingham as a number 8 will be very good, distributing the ball, moving it forward, and all that.
And he
And
can
then
take
Rice
people
can,
on. He can get past people.
yeah, exactly. So then Rice can do more of the defensive work and keep it sturdy. So I think that'll be good. Who do
Okay.
you think I put at 10?
I think you went Mount probably. I don't know. Grealish? You
Yeah,
like
I
Grealish
went
too.
Mount.
You
Mount.
want Mount.
I'm a big
Yeah.
Greenish fan, yeah, but I went Mount. I mean,
Mount.
I think Mount is like one of the untouchables in this team, just playing amazingly. So I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, there's not much to say about that. And then
And Southgate
I'll
rates
make
him.
I'll make y'all wait for the wingers. I'm gonna go straight to the top. Kane.
Of course.
hmm Now, what usually I like when there's wingers, one player that's more technical and then one that's like, just one more
Pacey.
pacey, just gonna dribble
Threat
down
in
and put that
behind.
cross across. Yeah.
Kind
So
of like what I did with
yeah.
Sterling
So
and
usually
Foden.
So usually what I would think is like a Sterling or Rashford and then like maybe a Foden or Grealish. But this time, I mean, I don't know. I think
We're not even
you could
mentioning Sancho, who's a little bit of mixture of both.
yeah,
Technically
that's
gifted and
true.
has some pace too. And I can't
Sancho's
believe
very good
we
too.
haven't even considered him. I think he's a candidate.
Yeah.
I didn't start him, but I think he's a candidate to earn the starting spot as the tournament goes on, especially if he has some good performances off the bench. Who do you got on this side?
So it's not like me to go like this, but I went Grealish on the left and Foden on the right. So two technical players. They can win you a lot of
You went
fouls. They
two
can do a lot of
technical
dribbling.
players.
They're gonna create a lot of stuff for Kane.
Okay. I really, really like this lineup. And I think in a lineup when they're going against someone who's gonna park the bus, like honestly, I don't think Scotland is going to try to play football at Wembley. I think they're going to try to park the bus. This would be the perfect liner because you got those cute and clever players who make that pass, who get past people, who can play in tight spaces. So I like this lineup against them. But I'll probably put, I like this lineup against them. But when you're playing against France, no, not France. When are you playing against, I don't know, Belgium or a team that's really kind of opened themselves up and tried to attack you? then you need that pace in behind. You probably will go Rashford and Sterling, or depending if Rashford is still off form, Sancho and Sterling, because you can really stretch that team. But in a team that's going to be a little bit more compact, you need the technical ability of them. So I like your lineup. I do.
Yeah, the thing is for me is like Grealish is too good to not start for me. And then I feel like it'd be
Yeah.
harsh on Foden to
Yeah.
not
He
start Foden.
always, it's just like when when you watch him, he's always getting past the first player on the dribble. He's always getting past the first player.
Yeah,
It's just,
Grealish
it's
just does
wonderful
that.
to watch. And Pep Guardiola agrees. I mean, I think he made him his top transfer target. I don't know. Those may be rumors or not. Who knows?
Grealish,
But yeah,
Kane to City, who knows? Yeah.
who knows?
But yeah,
All
that's it for me.
right. So these were our England potential lineups, talking about what we think Southgate would do and what we would do. We both think England are pretty decent teams. I have them getting eliminated in the round of 16 against Germany. He has them getting eliminated in the round of 16 against Portugal. Really quickly, I want to cover this quick topic. I know you're a little bit in a hurry, but I want to cover this quick topic. Do you think England should consider tanking to second place? Because if they get, I don't know how they would do it,
100%.
but if they get second place, they play the second place team of Portugal, Sweden. So they play Sweden, Poland, Sweden, Poland, Spain, that group. So I think they would either play Sweden or Poland. I think that would be a much easier game. The problem is, how could you tank? Like, what are you gonna do? Like,
for me, like,
are you gonna try to throw a game? Are you gonna play a full backup in your last game? How do you know what happens in the other results? Who knows? Like, how are you gonna do that? I just think that they should just go try to win every single game, because at the same time, they want to stay at Wembley, and they will get to stay at Wembley in the round of 16. If not, they have to play 2 games outside of Wembley, and other than playing 1 game if they move on to the quarters. So I just really think they should just win all their games and suck it up and play Portugal and Germany. They'll be
I think England,
fresher
they
there.
should, yeah, they should go and they should win their first 2 games and then see where they are in the last game. If it's possible to maybe a draw would get them, a better result. Maybe just play some of the reserve players or something. I say reserve players, but like
I'll
they're
say
all
this:
still class.
last World Cup, they benefited dropping down second because they got an easier draw. They never had to play Brazil like Belgium did, even though Belgium won. They got to play. Well, they had to get past the Colombia team with no James, which is not that great of a team. And then they played, and it took them penalties. And then they played Sweden. I mean, Sweden is a good team, but come on. And then even in the semifinals, they got a Croatia team. They're good, but they had to beat 2 teams in penalties, Denmark and Russia, not great teams, and they still couldn't beat them. The one decent opposition they couldn't win. That's why I think their semifinal run is a little bit skewed. But yeah, I think that they should just try to go win their games, and they just suck up who they play in the round of 16, and they'll play in Wembley too, which they'll love that.
Yeah,
especially
and then again,
they might have a full crowd.
I'd much rather play against Poland than either Germany or Portugal based off how you picked your racket.
Yeah. All right. Well, this is the ending of our first episode talking about the Euros. We did our England preview today. Tomorrow, or the next day, we're going to be talking a little bit more about the Euros, diving into other teams, probably with Emran. Maybe Isaac will join. Who knows? We don't know yet for sure. But yeah, y'all, thanks for watching. Peace out.